So, what is it that you do to celebrate your successes? Do you take the time to celebrate your successes? Or are you always too busy going on to the next goal and you really don't take the time to celebrate your successes? I wanted to come on tonight and talk about this and how important this is to do, and how important it is to celebrate your successes, and how it actually can help you move forward in your business or move forward in whatever goal you have in life. It may not be business, it may be something else that you would like to do. But really, using your successes to move on to the next goal that you have. So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. But if you have not met me before, my name is Anna Olson, and I am a coach and mentor teaching small business owners how to use social media for video marketing on social media to grow their business, to reach the people that they would like to reach on social media. So if you're joining me live, please say hello, tell me where you're coming in from, and join me in the conversation. If you're watching the replay, just say replay in the comments, and I will come back and say hello in the future. So let's talk about successes. And I really was thinking about this today, because this past week, I have to tell you what I did this past week and why I got to the topic of success, or celebrate your successes. So this past week, last weekend, I got a phone call saying that a family member had died, and in the state of Indiana. I have two sisters that live in Ohio. And so I decided to fly out to Ohio, and my sisters met me in Columbus. They picked me up at the airport in Columbus, Ohio. And then we drove to Indiana for the funeral. Now, being at that funeral, and remember, and if for those of you that don't know, but I grew up in the Amish community. So going to a family member's funeral is going to an Amish funeral. Or at least this one was. It's not always, but this one was. So we go to this funeral, and just to give you a little picture of what this was like, this was a funeral of, I would guess, anywhere from 600 to 800 people. That's just a guess, my guesstimate. I could completely be wrong, but a lot of people. And I would say 75% of them were Amish people. So, yeah, it took me back. It did take me back. It took me back to when I was still living there, and the way I grew up, the life I lived then. It was nice to see a lot of cousins that I don't get to see other than at funerals. It's like the only time we get together. I guess they do a reunion, a family reunion. And I do plan to attend some of those in the future here. But mostly don't get to see a lot of my cousins unless it is a funeral. But it reminded me of where I came from. It reminded me of the successes that I have had in life. And it is amazing. It is amazing how far I've come. I really just sat back, and it made me think about all the blessings that I have had over the years, from the point of when I left the Amish until today. The people that I have met in life, the people that I have been able to interact with, all of that matters. All of that matters. And every person I have met has had an impact on my life. And don't sell yourself short of the impact you can have on someone's life. It is so important that you do not have, that you realize that there's an impact, and there's many people that you were to meet, no matter what. There's a reason you met that person. basically is what I'm saying. There's a reason that you met that person. And yes, I have met people that I probably won't ever see again. And there's people that I probably don't mind if I don't see them again. But the thing of it is, if it was a positive interaction or a negative interaction, there's something to learn from that, no matter what, no matter which way it was. I mean, I have learned so much from the negative conversations I've had with people, literally. So there's always a learning experience. Take them as a learning experience and move on. If it's not everybody clicks with everyone, and that's okay. And that's okay. So what I wanted to do is talk about, let's get into some of these steps that you can do to celebrate your successes and how to use these successes to move you forward to your next goal, whatever it is. Okay. So first of all, if you succeed in something, and it could be as simple as, okay, today I am going to eat really good. I am going to be really strict on my diet today and do exactly what I wanted to do, what my goal was. That's a success for one day. I mean, it could be really short successes. So you decide what they are, and then celebrate them. So one way to celebrate them, and I have some notes down here, so I'm looking at them, is self-care. I mean, sit down with a cup of coffee, or maybe it's a cup of tea that you like. If you're not a coffee drinker, maybe it's a cup of tea, maybe it's a hot chocolate, maybe it's whatever it is. Enjoy it and think about your success that you just had. And think about how you're going to continue that success, or you're going to use that same process to reach the next goal, or whatever it is. Spend time with your loved ones. Spending time with loved ones can be so healing. At least I find that very, very healing. I will spend time, and the other part of celebrating this weekend here at our house is that it's prom. My daughter is going to prom tomorrow night for the first time. And so today we spent some time having our nails done. And it was, it was amazing to spend time with her. And just to have conversations again. This morning we spent some time talking before she went to school. I love those conversations. I love those conversations. So it's good. And then show appreciation. Maybe you want to celebrate by sending a bouquet of flowers to someone. I mean, that person's going to love it. So find someone to send a bouquet of flowers to, or send a greeting card to somebody. It doesn't have to be expensive. Send a greeting card, send a note to somebody, give somebody a phone call. There's many ways to show appreciation. You choose what it is. You figure it out. And I'm sure you're very creative at that. And the next one I have is get creative. Create your own victory dance. You may not be a dancer. I'm not a dancer either. I do love to do some dances, but I don't do my own victory dance. But figure out what your victory dance is. It may be, it could be celebrating with, or pointing out a success of someone else on your social media channel, or appreciating somebody, or just talking to someone about their success. That might be your victory dance. Okay. And then practice gratitude. Always, always, always practice gratitude. And throughout the years, I realized that the more I practice gratitude, the more I have successes on a constant basis. What it really does is it opens up your mind to realize the successes you have every day, or every week, or every month. They really are there more than what I used to. Okay, so for me, they were there more than what I was realizing. And that was making the difference. Okay. And then be spontaneous. Do something fun. Do something fun. Do something unusual. Just be spontaneous and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Just make sure that you enjoy it. And then finally, use these steps to fuel your next goal, to fuel your as you work towards your next success. Fuel it to figure out what it took to get to that first success. How did you get there? And then use those same steps to get to the next goal. And that's how you move your business forward. And then just remember to go back and do self-care, spend some time with loved ones, show appreciation. I mean, there's all these things that you can do every time you have more successes. So really, it is just to make sure that you celebrate yourself, celebrate the people around you, and move on to the next success. That's what it's all about. So I hope that you got some value out of this, and that was that you can. I don't see any comments coming through. I hope there are some comments, but I will definitely come back and answer the comments, or let you know that I saw your comments, but they're not coming through right now. But anyway, yeah, let me know which part of this you like the best of these steps that I gave you. And that's what I have for you this evening. We'll talk to you all again next time.